All right, so it looks like we got to some sort of resolution when it pertains to Rymir, Satterthwaite, and Jay-Z. For now, we'll talk about it after a quick word from our sponsor.
Want a live interview with Viral Hip Hop News? Email me, Sam Ant, at dlsmediainc1@gmail.com. Let's go.
If you are an artist or an entrepreneur, if you want your music or your brand promoted here on Viral Hip Hop News, email me, dlsmediainc1@gmail.com. I got a dope interview live tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Check us out on Viral Hip Hop News. Get a vibe of what Artist Spotlight is all about. We got an incredible interview. Can't wait to share it with you guys. Give some more details at the back end of this video. Let's get to work. All right, so we talked about this for a long time on this platform, a few years now, when we talk about Rymir Satterthwaite and his ongoing paternity battle with one Jay-Z. It seems as though it came to some sort of resolution when a couple days ago, Rymir dropped a paternity lawsuit against one Jay-Z. Now, I'm going to share my screen real quick, and I'm going to provide the official documents by way of, who is this by way of? Let me see real quick. Let me give them their proper credit real quick. Lawyered Up. It's by way of Lawyered Up on their X page. And I'll go ahead and read along, and then we will get the response of Jay-Z's lawyer, because they also made a statement a couple hours ago. But let's get to this first. If you have not known, if you do not know, Rymir has withdrawn his paternity lawsuit against one Sean Carter. Now, this was dated 7/18/2025 to Clerk of the Court, United States, Federal Judge Percy Anderson and Judge Sherilyn Pease Garnett, 350 West 1st Street, Suite 40, 311, Los Angeles, California, 90012. Sean Corey Carter, 27712 Pacific Coast Highway, Malibu, California, 90265. Please take notice. To Clerk of the Court, United States Plaintiff Rymir Satterthwaite, Pro submits this notice of withdrawal from the above complaint as a party to the action. The defendants have not filed an answer to the above complaint. I certify that the foregoing statements are true in the notice of withdrawal, and any willfully false statements I am subject to punishment. Sincerely, Rymir Satterthwaite. And you see his signature right there. Now, once this news broke, there was tons of rumors saying that he was forced to do it, that there was a bunch of stuff on him settling and him receiving some type of money or whatever the case may be. If you listen to any of Rymir's interviews with us, he emphatically states that this isn't about money. This is about truth and him finding his truth in knowing whether or not Jay-Z is, in fact, his father. And then further on down the line, as years pass, this suit right here is a suit for damages and money. He's looking for money in this situation, and it has been since dismissed. So I don't know what his thoughts or his feelings are behind that. I don't think that this lawsuit was ever going to invoke any type of paternity outcome. I don't know if this lawsuit was set or geared toward the outcome being Jay-Z had to go ahead and provide DNA or whatever the case may be. And I know a lot of people have the conversation, discussion, and we've talked about this at length about if Jay-Z is in fact telling the truth and he is not Rymir's father or did not have a relationship with Rymir's mother at the time, then he should just go ahead and submit a DNA test. And my counter argument to that is, if any Joe Smoke came and started making rumors about you once you found success of saying that you were the father to them, and you have no idea what's going on, should you at all provide any type of DNA? I know there's going to be a bunch of counter arguments in the comment section. I wasn't there like a lot of you were. I don't know the situation like a lot of y'all do. So I'm just stating what I'm saying and how I'm feeling, right? So that being said, I wouldn't take a DNA test either if I thought this lawsuit was frivolous, if I thought this lawsuit was bullshit. And that being said, there are other ways that Rymir can go ahead and look towards seeing if dots are connected when it comes to different types of DNA testing, different types of ancestry. There's simple ways that you can go ahead and at least see if you have any type of tie to whatever the case may be. And don't know if Rymir has done that. But as of today, Jay-Z's lawyers have dropped this statement, and this also comes by Lawyered Up. And I'll go ahead and read it to you guys and see what Jay-Z's lawyers are talking about right now. It says, defendant Sean Corey Carter hereby submits the following reply in further support of his motion to dismiss and strike the complaint. Motion DKT 22, defendant filed his motion to dismiss plaintiff Rymir Satterthwaite's frivolous lawsuit, the latest action in a long history of harassment. Plaintiff, his mother, and related plaintiff Lily Coley, who we spoke to in the past before, have subjected defendant to for more than a decade. The fabricated allegations and claims made in the complaint have been addressed and rejected in multiple other courts time and time again. Plaintiffs' attempts to relegate the same issues again in a different court in a third state goes beyond the typical forum shopping. This lawsuit was filed in a transparent attempt to circumvent Superior Court of New Jersey Judge Deborah Silverman Katz, January 13, 2022, order which describes plaintiff's court filing as frivolous and vexatious, and ordered that he, Miss Coley, and his mother, Wanda Satterthwaite, are enjoined from filing any action in a New Jersey state court absent a review and determination by the court that the action is pled in a manner that seeks proper legal relief. The frivolous and vexatious nature of plaintiff's filing is evident. For a week and a half before filing the motion, defendant attempted to meet and confer with plaintiff about the grounds of his motion and even asked if the plaintiff would dismiss his complaint or any portion of it. See DKT 23. Plaintiff not only refused to engage in any meet to confer, in clear violation of this court's rules, he refused to respond. Defendant was therefore forced to prepare a file of motion. Okay, so hold on. Let me run that back. So for a week and a half before the filing of motion, the defendant, who is Jay-Z, attempted to meet and confer with the plaintiff about the grounds of his motion and even asked if the plaintiff would dismiss his complaint or any motion of it. So to all of my lawyer experts out there, to all of my legal experts out there, is this saying that Jay-Z tried to meet up with Rymir? Plaintiff not only refused to engage in any meet to confer in clear violation of this court's rule, he refused to respond. That's interesting. Defendant was therefore forced to prepare and file a motion. See DKTS 22 to 24. After the defendant incurred the fees and costs to prepare and file his motion, plaintiff withdrew his complaint. Plaintiff's notice of withdrawal, let's go to this one now, forfeits his standing and rights to oppose defendant's motion, and the motion should therefore be granted. Simply put, had the plaintiff chosen not to ignore the court's rules, defendant would have been spared the time and expense of filing a motion to dismiss. It is thus plaintiff's refusal to engage with defendant that his filing of notice of withdrawal after defendant filed his motion, while plaintiff has certainly found the time to give press interviews and post on social media about this matter, that led to the inescapable conclusion that he had no purpose in making this filing other than to harass defendant. This conduct must be stopped. In light of this long history of plaintiff's harassment, and for all the reasons set forth in the defendant's motions, plaintiff's lawsuit should be dismissed with prejudice, and defendant should be awarded his fees and costs. I can't get over the part where it says for a week and a half before filing the motion, the defendant attempted to meet and confer with the plaintiff about the grounds for his motion and even asked if the plaintiff would dismiss his complaint or any motion of it. The plaintiff not only refused to engage in any meet and confer in clear violation of the court's rules, he refused to respond. Wow. Interesting stuff. That's interesting right there. I don't know what to think of that. I've always kind of said, we spoke to Rymir on numerous occasions, and although I like the brother, and I still do to this day because of the conversation and the interactions we had, he seemed like a good dude. I've believed, in my opinion, that not all information was given to him from his mother, and that Jay-Z was, in fact, not his father. That's what I just felt. And I don't know. I wasn't there. I wasn't involved. I had some conversations with some people, and that's kind of the inference that I gathered based off of the information that I was provided. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we don't know. And it looks like, honestly, we may never know, because you got a lot of he say, she say, a lot of things that is not being said. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things that are being said, a lot of things that are being omitted. So I don't know. We'll never know if Rymir was looking for a money grab. We'll never know if he was just merely looking for attention. We'll never know if He was looking for the truth. And this, I think, situation will always kind of be open-ended, and some people will always kind of have their opinions, and their opinions will forever stick unless Jay-Z goes ahead and does a DNA test. And like I said earlier in the video, if he is in no way, in fact, this dude's dad, I ain't taking shit, period. Y'all leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think of this situation. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Sam and CEO the brand. Viral hip hop news. I got a dope interview with my guy tomorrow. Brinks out of Minnesota. Looking forward to it. Shout out to the Street Kings rap group out of Minnesota. We'll be talking about his life, his story. Can't wait to do that, man. Until next time, till next story. Sam and CEO the brand. Viral hip hop news. I love each and every one of y'all. Love yourselves, and I'm out of here, man. Deuces.